It has been experimentally proven that emotions affect our behavior, our intelligence, and our health. Managing emotions is somewhat like driving a car. It is important to take control or suffer the consequences. In this video, we'll try to enhance our understanding of emotions and their management. Emotions are often confused with feelings. Let's get some clarity on what each of these are. Emotions are physiological states that are generated subconsciously. Usually, they are autonomous bodily responses to certain internal or external events. Emotions are often intertwined with mood, temperament, personality, disposition, creativity, and motivation. We are all familiar with the emotions like happiness, sadness, disgust, fear, surprise, and anger. On the other hand, feelings are subjective experiences of emotions and are driven by conscious thoughts and reflections. We can have emotions without feelings, however, we simply cannot have feelings without having emotions. A few feeling words are feeling calm, passionate, infuriated, courageous, guilty, indecisive, etc. Emotions keep our life interesting and thus have an important function. Our first impression of a new situation is always centered in our emotions, feelings, and attitudes. As such, emotions are laying the groundwork for the thinking that is to come. Understanding and managing emotions can have a significant impact on our lives. If managed well, emotions help us to take action, survive, make decisions, understand others and ourselves, avoid danger. And if unmanaged, emotions can lead to insomnia, high blood pressure, depression, stress, unrealistic expectations, and escapism. It is now time to deal with emotions. The process of managing emotions can be reduced to 4 steps: preparation, assess and label, decision, and expression. The first step, preparation, deals with identifying when we get emotional. Most people experience debilitating emotions when they are tired, hungry, lonely, or already emotionally wound up. It helps to learn to relax and not overstretch our capability of dealing with emotions. Think of your capacity to handle emotions like a rubber band. Stretching less will help avoid breakdown. Effective self control helps us be in the right mindset. If you feel you can't control your emotions, at least try controlling your response to them. Practice self reflexiveness. It is the ability to think about what we are doing while we are doing it. Consider professional help if necessary, as difficulty in handling emotions might just be due to some underlying causes which are not under our immediate control. Right when your emotions are activated, it is the right time to assess them and build awareness. This stage is called assess and label. Start with identifying your feeling and how it is expressed physically, like your breathing, heart rate may fluctuate, or you may experience unease in the stomach. Notice any changes in your voice and words. Play detective with yourself and notice if your hands are shaking or your chest feels constricted. Sometimes our emotions are borrowed or influenced. Check if that's the case. Learn to correctly label your feelings as per their intensity. More intense forms of anger may be labeled as infuriated or enraged. Less intense forms of anger may be called upset, annoyed, or bothered. You might also be experiencing mixed emotions like feeling both disappointed and helpless. Also ask yourself if your emotions are facilitating you or acting as a hindrance. While it may not be possible for us to assess and label our emotions all the time, it serves us well to make it a habit of reflecting on our emotions at the end of the day and gradually building the habit. The next step deals with deciding whether or not you want to express your emotions. The 3 natural decision points are: yes, I need to express now. Yes, I need to express, but not now. No, I neither need to nor want to express. If you decide to express, then take responsibility for your emotions. Choose appropriate language and think before you speak. If you decide to express later, then decide the time and place. And if you decide against expressing your emotions, then give yourself more time for self care and to change your non verbal behavior. Emotions can get overwhelming, so it helps to take a third person's perspective or a bird's eye view on the situation. I hope this video helps you in that direction. Thank you.